When I think about my competition, or when I'm working with my clients and I'm thinking about their competition, I really break up competition in three ways. One is their direct competition, the second is their indirect competition, and the third is their aspiration. So direct competition, these are the companies that you're directly competing against. You're trying to fight for the same type of business. You guys do the same type of thing in the same type of market. Your indirect competition is not necessarily in your market, but you could be working to try to gain some of the same clients. But in the eyes of your user, this competition is meeting the same felt need. So an example of that is, if you're a local coffee shop, your direct competition might be the coffee shop up the street. And you guys are both having a custom vibe, that has a small town feel, and you might have unique things that are about your coffee shop that are local. But an indirect competition might be Starbucks, right? Even though you guys offer the same type of thing, you offer coffee, they're completely different in their atmosphere, in the types of drinks that they serve, in what they're providing, right? So, and Starbucks isn't really worried about you, and you're really not worried about Starbucks, maybe because the people that go to Starbucks, that's a completely different type of need. But in the eyes of your user, they might fill the same general type of need. The inspiration, these are the brands that you look up to, the ones that you've already looked at and you're like, man, I really think that these guys are killing it in whatever industry you're in. So you have your direct competition, your indirect competition, and your aspiration. And so this module really goes with the workbook called the Competitive Audit Workbook. And so part of this is filling out that actual workbook. And I'll walk you through a couple of the things in that exercise that you could do. So the first thing is you want to look at your direct competition, the people that you're actually trying to steal business from, and you're a thorn in their flesh and they're a thorn in your side as well. And so the way you do this is you got to list at least 3 to 5 of your top direct competitors. List them out. Who are they? Then you got to point out what they're good at. It's really easy for businesses just to focus on the cons of their competition. Oh, they suck at this and they're really bad at this. But if they're succeeding and they're winning business, they're obviously doing something right. And so list who they are, but also list what are they really good at. Be honest with yourself. What are they winning at? And then the third thing, which is going to be a little bit easier and more fun for you, is list down what they suck at. What you've noticed there is a gap in the market that they're really missing out on, that they are really bad at these things. So list them out, write what they're good at, and write what they suck at. Then go to your indirect competition. These again are the businesses, the brands that are fulfilling the same type of need in the eyes of your users. List the three to five of your top indirect competitors, and list what needs your users think that they fill. So again, if you're in the Starbucks example, they might offer a unique environment. They might offer a convenient coffee through their drive-thrus. List those things that your users see as fulfilling their needs. And then third is write the gaps that they're leaving open. Write the gaps that they're leaving open, things that they probably should be thinking about, but they're not, and this is an area that you could potentially fill. And then the last thing is think about your inspiration. These are going to be your new neighbors. Look at the brands that you really look up to. Why are they killing it? And what I want you to do is look at their websites. Go to their websites, go to their social media accounts, look at all their communication channels, and notice 4 things. Notice their messaging. What are they actually communicating in their messaging? And again, messaging is not just words, even though it includes that. Look at the words and how they're using them. It also includes the video, the graphics, it includes the photography, how they're laying out their work, and how they're presenting what it is they're doing. Look at their messaging. Look at their design. Look at the photography. Look at the style. Look at the content that's on their website and all their social media accounts. Everything that they're sending out there, and just do an evaluation. Why are they positioned the way they are? Now that you've looked at your direct competition, your indirect competition, and your inspiration, it's time to do an assessment. The way you do an assessment is you look at, okay, now look at us. What gaps do we fill as a brand? What are the common threads that I've noticed about all of the brands, especially the aspirational? So when I'm looking at the brands that I really look up to, why do I look up to them? What are they saying in their messaging, and what are the common threads across all 5 of them, right? So they're all going to be unique and different in their own way, but you're going to notice some common threads. And then you're going to ask yourself, what do I need to change about this process, about what I'm communicating in my messaging, about how I'm displaying my things. So this is taking a self-evaluation and assessing all of your communication materials in light of looking at your competition. And I just try to keep it cool, and I'll be treated like a tool.